I made this traveler's notebook from an old t-shirt, and today I'll show you how to make one for yourself too. My name is Bree from 1134 Press, where we share bookmaking, journaling, and papercraft inspiration. Upcycling old materials and trash for bookmaking is one of my favorite crafts to do. While I was doing some spring cleaning in my closet and gathering clothes to donate, I came across an old white t-shirt that wasn't in good enough condition to donate. So I thought, why not turn it into a traveler's notebook? Traveler's notebooks are typically made of leather, and their purpose is to cover thinner notebooks that you can slip in and out from the elastic binding. I've made a version of this book with actual leather, so if you'd like to see that process, I'll link that tutorial in the cards above and in the description below. If you're a person who likes to work in multiple journals and want them in one place, then this is the style of journal you want to give a try. I'm beginning this project by cutting my shirt into 2 large rectangles, and then I'm going to stain the fabric with coffee left over from the morning. I was surprised by how well the fabric took the coffee. It turned out a lot darker than I wanted, so to lighten it, I just ran it under cold water. I've been in love with the size of journal insert, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. I had so many inserts left over from when I made my self-care journal that I started incorporating one of them in my daily journaling routine. And I found that they are the perfect size for quick collages and thoughts. But I needed a traveler's notebook to keep the inserts inside. I did cheat a little bit in the process of making this book by throwing the fabric into the dryer to speed up the process. While that was going, I cut my thin piece of chipboard to the size of the notebook insert, making sure to leave 1/4 inch of space on the top and bottom and left-hand side. If you don't have a blank sheet of chipboard like this, you can use a cereal box instead. Once my fabric was dry, I glued my 2 pieces of chipboard on it with Mod Podge. Make sure that you glue the edges of the board well. I used 3 notebook inserts as a guide to measure the width of the spine, but you can make your book as thick or as thin as you'd like. Some people like to keep whole sketchbooks and planners in their traveler's notebook. It's good to know what size your journals will be before starting this project so you can plan accordingly. My t-shirt was really thin, so I glued a second piece of fabric on the front. If you also have to add a second piece of fabric, make sure to glue around the border of the chipboard as well. So when it's time to fold the fabric over on the inside cover, it's just 1 piece. Trim the excess fabric down to about 1/2 inch, then cut the corners at an angle. I used a decorative sheet of paper from a Tim Holtz paper pack, which I'll link below if you're interested. It's a thicker cardstock, but you can use any paper that you like as long as it adheres to fabric well. I wouldn't recommend using paper with a glossy finish. Next is to mark holes in the spine for the elastic. Use your awl to make 2 holes at the top and then the bottom, and then 1 in the center. I'm using really thin elastic, which I saved from a gift I got last Christmas, but you can buy elastic from any craft shop. Thread the elastic from the inside of one of the holes at the end, it doesn't matter which end you start with, and then enter into the hole closest to it. Next, you'll enter into a hole at the opposite end of your book from the inside, then enter into the hole closest to it. We could stop here and tie off the book, but I wanted more elastic pieces inside so I could slide in more inserts. To make more elastic strands, I'm repeating the same steps as before and then tie off the loose threads. This decorative closure that I'm creating is totally optional, but I had some little pieces of burlap and ribbon in my scrap box that needed a home. I pinned them together into a little cluster with a safety pin, and then added eyelets to both ends so the elastic could slide through the back of the cluster. To finish the closure, you'll pull both ends of the elastic through the center hole from the outside cover. Before you tie it in the center, make sure the elastic can comfortably wrap around the book without being too tight or too loose. You do want a little tension, but not so much where the elastic is already stretched to its full capacity. And from here, the only thing left to do is to add your notebook inserts. If you enjoy this little upcycling DIY, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more bookmaking, journaling, and papercraft inspiration. We upload every Sunday and Wednesday. Oh, and tag me in your recreations on Instagram at 1134press. I want to see it and would love to share it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!